Well, Whistler was a hoot, and the next stop on our scenic journey through Western Canada promises to be just as thrilling. Vancouver is consistently named in the top 5 cities of the world for livability and quality of life. It's a world leader in sustainability, accessibility and inclusivity. It's a modern city of glass and steel surrounded by spectacular mountains and fringed with lush wilderness. And because of its many liberal attitudes, it's sometimes known as Vansterdam, Left Coast or Lotus Land. And because there's such an abundance of life-giving water here, it's sometimes called Raincouver. But I ask you, can any city really be that good? With Scenic, you'll have a couple of days in Vancouver to sightsee at your leisure. Our first stop is regarded as one of the country's top food destinations, and I have Hotel Vancouver's head chef Cameron Ballandine to give me a local's view of the place. Cam, would you as a local shop at the market?
I do regularly. Yeah, regular, especially on days off. If I have friends over, if I'm entertaining, I always come here for sure.
And do you come here as the executive chef of the family?
Yeah, I bring all my boys here. We walk around in our jackets. Everybody stares at us. They love it, yeah.
The Granville Island markets are just across the river from the CBD and are accessible by these little ferry boats that go back and forth all day long. The market is teeming with fresh, seasonal, local and every kind of produce imaginable.
All the berries, all the currants, everything that you see is now local. It also has a great diversity in the Asian fruits and vegetables. And that's what's great about this place. When other stores don't have it, you can always find it here. Nothing sits on the shelves long. It's so busy that the turnover, it's always fresh.
These friendly Vancouverites are more than happy to oblige you with some of the local delicacies. What does bison taste like?
It's got a very deep, meaty flavor. Yeah. You know, we're going to give you a little taste here.
So this is fresh.
Yeah.
I can smell the bison in the field.
And you see the bison is very lean meat. I mean, you cannot, very healthy, very delicious.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
BC is very well known for its salmon, and along with that comes all the different varieties of candied salmon and smoked salmon, which is hugely popular for the tourists as well.
You're not big on farm produce here?
No, as much as sustainable seafood as possible. That's just the way to go.
One spot on your scenic itinerary you don't want to miss is Vancouver's world-famous suspension bridge. But for an even more thrilling view, you can cling to the side of a granite cliff. All right, so this is typical of the Canadian approach to life. They could have run this right against the cliff, but no, they bring you out over the ravine.
Yeah, it had to make it all the more thrilling.
Nature guide Katie Goodwin can walk you through the experience and give you all the nuts and bolts about this extraordinary feat of engineering. And this is, what kind of forest is this?
This is the Pacific Northwest Coast temperate rainforest. It's actually the largest temperate rainforest in the entire world. So it's all coniferous trees here.
Okay, and the fir tree, and that one?
This one is a maple leaf tree. We get some of those here. So us Canadians are particularly fond of the maple tree.
Yeah, without it, you wouldn't have a flag, would you?
Yeah, or maple syrup.
But for some, the impressive vistas are a little difficult to absorb. Is this your first time here?
No, second time.
You've come back and you're afraid of heights?
I came back because it's our honeymoon.
Oh, really?
And he wanted to do the suspension bridge.
Really?
So I'm humoring him.
Right, and did you do the suspension bridge?
No, I did it before. I'm not doing it again.
You're okay with heights?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks this is entertaining.
To experience the natural wonders of Canada, join Scenic on a handcrafted luxury land journey. Stay in exclusive Fairmont hotels and resorts and enjoy scenic enriched experiences and scenic free choice activities. Secure your early bird offer for 2021. Getaway viewers can save an additional $400 per couple off all Canada smaller group land journeys. To learn more and to view early bird offers, visit scenic.com.au/getaway, call 1300 790 372 or speak to your nearest Scenic agent.
Any sunny morning.
This is about as British as you can get, given you're in Canada and the US is visible just across the water there. My first impressions of Victoria, BC are of hanging gardens, geraniums, daisies and clipped lawns. This is where life slows, where you can literally sniff the blooms, stroll the gardens, eat scones and drink tea. A prominent sign in town says nighttime is for sleeping, daytime is for resting. You get the idea. But this is also where people come to cosy up to a killer whale and restart the resting heart with something called a zip line. It's a jolly paradox, say what?
Do you know the game croquet?
Victoria is on the southern tip of Vancouver Island, and it's the third delightful stop on our Canadian scenic adventure.
This harbour in here is just beautiful, so calm, so much activity. Yeah, I've just really loved it here.
The port city is punctuated with tourists, and right at the centre of it all is the Fairmont Empress. If you're travelling with Scenic, this century-old hotel with its unrivalled location is guaranteed to be where you bed down. When you do settle into this very comfortable abode, the first thing you'll want to do is partake in the tradition this hotel is famous for. Historically, I think afternoon tea was basically a cup of tea and a bit of cake.
Just a little nibble and a sip of tea, absolutely. But I think what has happened is it's evolved into an event, and it's evolved into an experience. And now it's really about the art of taking tea. And you just sit back and relax and nibble your way through the tea tier and just sort of watch the world go by.
I'm the king's horse, I'm the king's man. Kept right on drinking the English tea.
After a spot of tea, why not a spot of garden gazing? Seems to be the thing to do around here. Butchart Gardens is one of Victoria's top attractions. Set on over 40 hectares and with over 1 million plants, it's just, well, blooming marvellous.
As you'll see with this area, it's very dark. It's very much like a very deep forest. You expect to see gremlins, that sort of thing, walking along. And people may be thinking that, and then as they walk around, there's this grand reveal that comes in here, and you see this fantastic view.
That is magnificent. For many of my fellow travellers, this is one of the highlights of the entire tour.
I'm not a gardener, I'm not interested in flowers, but I am today.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
well, I was just saying the same thing. You know, it is amazing. You can't help but be knocked out with this thing.
We happen to be visiting at the start of summer, but no matter what season you come, you're guaranteed a spectacle. For a complete change of pace, some of the scenic free choice activities will get the heart beating a little faster.
Nice. Did anyone get that?
Victoria's coastal waters are one of only a few areas in the world you can spot orcas.
Oh, nice.
The killer whales migrate each year and can be found plying the waves off these shores. If killer whale spotting isn't your thing, how about flying through the forest?
Okay, Dave, come on up.
That looked as rickety as hell.
All right.
We haven't even
You'll
started yet.
You'll be all right.
Just go.
You got it. You can do
Okay.
this, Dave. Yeah, just sit down and away you go.
It will stop, won't it? Guides like Paul Rudd will have you zipping your way through the forest like a pro. No previous zipping experience required.
So welcome to the 18th mile. This is our longest and highest zip line.
Yeah, you feel quite exposed up here, don't you?
You do, yeah. It's 1,000 feet long, and about 150 feet up in the middle of it. So you're floating way over the trees.
Oh, here we go. We're going to do this bit. There are 2 suspension bridges and 8 zips in total. And the longer you're up here, the more relaxed you feel about dangling hundreds of feet off the ground.